Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're with an awesome guest at a raw food meetup in Santa Monica. We're with Jonny Juicer. Everybody knows him. We don't have Noah today, but we have you, Jonny. You're amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're so
You're
inspiring.
amazing. You've done such amazing work with these podcasts. It's amazing. That's why I just introduced you to my friend, because I mean, there's nobody else out there doing it like you are.
Thanks. I love it. It really brings everybody together.
Yeah.
Shares so many inspiring stories. And what I love is people always say, like, when I feel like I'm falling off track or whatever, I watch your podcast and they just help people like get back on track.
Yeah, you don't realize how impactful it is. That's what started my journey, you know, like watching Christina and Dan McDonald and watching them on YouTube and trying to hear whatever information I can. And you got all the OGs on there, all the newer age.
You're the OG too.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think that,
so,
right?
Yeah, when did your journey start? And for anybody who doesn't know, so we're going to go over some viewers' questions in this. We're going to do a quick mini interview. And for anybody who doesn't know, when did your journey start? And like, how did getting healthy change your life? Yeah,
it started like 11 years ago. I was, up until that time, I had suffered from gut issues my whole life, IBS, lactose intolerant, leaky gut. And I was 60 pounds heavier, and I saw a film, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. And that in particular film changed my life, because that got me hooked on juicing. Juicing ultimately, over time, changed my taste buds, started gravitating towards more healthy options, stopped drinking, saw forks over knives, became vegetarian, and then I saw Earthlings went vegan, and the rest is history. And I just had my 10-year anniversary.
Wow,
vegan,
congrats.
March 21st.
No animal products in 10 years?
No animal products in 10 years.
Yeah. And you're inspiring.
And I'll be 43.
No way, you're almost 43?
I'll be 43 in November.
No way, you look so good.
Thank you.
And who knows where you'd be right now if you didn't start doing this 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I was not doing well, I know that.
Yeah, I've seen your before picture. What a difference.
No.
It just doesn't suit you. You're living your best life.
But it's not just the picture, it's the person who, like, behind that. Like, it was what I was into, what I was listening to, what I was eating, the relationships, everything was just toxic, you know.
I was going to ask you that. Did like your whole life and circle change as a result of like changing how you feed yourself? Everything
changed, from, I mean, what I watched, what I listened to, who I interacted with, what I did on the weekends. You know, I used to party all the time, and it turned into like, you know, prepping juices for the day after, and you know, so yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to hang out with the same people.
Exactly.
When you're used to drinking beers, and now you're like, do you want a green juice?
Exactly.
Right? They're like
100%.
Yeah.
But I would give a juice to the people who had hangovers, you know, to help them out a little bit.
Yeah, and I know in our right.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of when people get hungover, I know they do those vitamin drips. Have you ever tried that?
Yeah, I wouldn't do a vitamin drip, but my hangover cure would be McDonald's and Excedrin migraine the night before, and the next day I'd feel a little bit better.
And you're happier now, right?
Oh, are you kidding me? Of course, absolutely.
No, you're doing so good. And I remember in our last podcast, you really opened up. You talked a lot about what happened with your mother and grief, and like, how have you been since then? Do you
Incredible.
feel like,
Incredible. You know, it's crazy because grief comes in stages. It's like people, like I think I maybe said in the last podcast, like one of my best friends says, you know, it takes like 2 years to really move through something like this. And I was like, there's no way it's going to only take me a year, but it took me about 2 years, like right around. And then finally I had like peace to move forward. And it took me like a year to kind of regain myself physically, mentally. And right now it's been almost 4 years. I'm in a great space.
Wow, good.
Yeah,
amazing.
for sure.
It probably helps a lot because you're so health conscious, right?
Of course.
Versus
of
if
course.
you're like drinking standard American diet, then the grief process would probably be even longer,
Oh,
right?
worse. Well, I mean, for a while I was eating a lot of restaurant food all the time. I stopped juicing, stopped moving, and you know, it took me right back to that place of where I was before my journey, and what brought me back was the juice. So.
And have you guys forgiven, like, the driver? Like, I remember you were talking about that in the last
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I hold on to nothing. I forgive all.
I love that.
Of
Okay, well, I'm going to ask some viewers questions.
Let's do it.
Because they have some questions for you. So somebody was asking, would love to hear more about his faith in Jesus.
Yeah. The faith came after I lost my mom. I remember I went to a Christian church in San Diego and just felt, you know, like what some people call the Holy Spirit, the presence, like it was very powerful, and it kind of filled the gap that I was missing during that time, because I felt very broken and lost, and there was a huge hole. And just the journey kind of brought me not so much focusing on the religious aspect, but like almost like the Christ consciousness, the relationship, the embodying that, you know, being that. So, and that's helped me navigate a lot, helped me navigate with forgiveness a lot, and just, what would he do? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's interesting because my mom always wanted me to be closer to God and closer to, she was, Christian and all that. And I was always like, whatever, I'm spiritual so yeah, it was powerful in my journey with,
wow,
with the Greek.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And some people are asking what you currently eat in a day. A bit of a shift of a question, but
Yeah, right. No, it's so crazy because, like I said, like, was 100% raw for like 5.5 years. Lost my mom, started binging on a bunch of crap. Always vegan.
Yeah.
A lot of restaurant food, and I still will go to a vegan restaurant.
Yeah.
But I'm I would say, right now, over the last 6 months,
Yeah.
very high raw. But I will go to a restaurant and enjoy a meal like with friends and stuff.
Yeah.
But most of my day is I always have 32-ounce juice, and I've been doing 64-ounce smoothies.
Nice.
So I'll
Me
do
too.
like
I do
coconut.
those.
I
Yeah,
love it.
me
Vitamix,
too.
fill it up.
Yeah.
Wild blueberries, dates, banana, whatever, jackfruit.
Yeah. Oh,
And
jackfruit in a smoothie.
It's amazing.
Whoa, I've
yeah.
never had it.
Makes it very thick.
Huh.
But yeah, it's
High
pretty
in
good.
protein.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, that too. But also they have frozen jackfruit too that you can put. It's raw jackfruit. So. But yeah, so it's mostly liquids, and then I'll have like a cooked meal at night. Like the other day, I whipped up if I'm not. And sometimes it's a raw meal at night. Sometimes I don't even eat a cooked meal. But the cooked meal would be something like I had like some mushroom kebabs, tree oyster mushrooms
cool.
with like peppers and onions and, more like the alkaline vegan type.
Yeah, but it's not boring, this lifestyle, right? Like you don't feel like you're missing out or like
Never.
you miss the regular foods?
Never.
No.
Never. It's never been boring.
No.
It's never been boring when, coming from Chicago, it's like the junk food capital of the world, like hot dogs, pizza,
True.
and I loved that, but I don't miss that. And I saw how hard it was when I lost my mom to kind of like regain that energy and flow and vitality in the body. And once I got it back, I'm like, all right, I know what I need to do, and I'm staying on this track.
Yeah, you look like you're in a really good place.
Yeah. Thank you. I
Good.
feel
And
good.
somebody was asking protein options on a vegan diet, especially for people who exercise.
Protein options.
Do you have any protein recommendations? Like not even necessarily raw, just like protein diet?
Honestly, I've never really put emphasis on that.
Yeah.
Because I've been boxing now for like a year, and I go like pretty much every day. The thing I would say that has been most impactful with just putting on more like lean muscle is just the change in workouts, and just like I said, like the smoothies, the fruit sugar that's energizing my workouts to build more muscle. And then I don't know, like more I would probably say, there's no in particular protein source besides.
Or even just any general tips for like how you look good and make it work. I know a lot of guys think, or girls, they're going to wither away or not look good. Like you're thriving, you're not deteriorating, right?
Yeah. No, I know. I made a 10-year vegan post on that too, because like, I feel physically strong, and there's no in particular, like, it's weird. It's no in particular like protein source that I'm like always like, I got to get this like after my workout. Like my post-workout is a smoothie, So
My guests are just they are the most creative people. So if you were tasked by a billionaire to germinate their island with which 25 fruits, okay, this is going to be too many to list, never mind, vegetables, trees, nuts, legumes, would you choose and why? For me, I'd probably start with a coconut tree and go from there. It's an island. Got to have some coconuts, right? So I don't know how you want to answer that.
That's the first thing I thought of for sure.
Coconuts? Yeah.
Coconuts. Here, I think we could do it. Coconuts, watermelon, mango, avocado, soursop,
papaya.
Papaya for sure.
My favorite.
Some citrus. We need some citrus there.
Yeah.
So,
citrus. Everything. We need everything. So somebody's asking with the juice fast, should you set like a fast like 40 days and stick to it, or just go one day at a time in your opinion?
I wouldn't jump into a 40-day. I would do something a little bit smaller just to get your body not used to it, but just to see what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
And then go deeper. Like I first started with like a 3-day juice cleanse. I actually tried a 3-day juice cleanse the very first time I got a juicer, and after the first day I went and ate cheeseburgers at a fast food place.
Yeah, it
so
happens.
once I mentally got prepared for what I'm getting into, I did a 3-day and I just incorporated juice, and then from there I started building. I did a 21-day fast one time. I did a 30-day fast. The 40 was my longest one I ever did.
Wow.
14 days, yeah. So just get yourself into knowing what you're getting into, because for some people that eat a standard American diet, I mean, it's a big shift. It's a big change.
It is. And what's your favorite part about being healthy? What's the best part?
Being able to still physically do anything that people in their 20s can do. You know, I mean, just everything. I mean, I feel like I could do anything. So it's amazing being able to connect with my partner, doing whatever it may be. It's just and like I said, when I lost my mom and I started like eating like crap and everything, like you just start feeling like lifeless, you know. And then when you're full of life, you just feel like you could do anything. Like I can go run, I can go surf, go play basketball, go to boxing, go, you know, anything.
And that's a big part of, because of the food,
it's
right?
Huge. It's a human experience, you know. You want to live to your potential, you know. So, and the food's a huge part of it.
Were you going to say something? Or no?
I was going to say, it sounds like we're at a Navy base.
It does sound like we're at a Navy base. And somebody said, how do you feel about water? Do you consume it at all, or does it mainly come from juicing? Because some people don't consume it at all. I do, but what about you?
No, I mean, I know people. I'm going to meet up with somebody in Florida who hasn't drank water in 4 years. He drinks his own urine and coconut water, and that's it.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever done that?
I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
But I do drink water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was telling you, I distill my water, then I restructure it in the Duet, and then I have this crystal blue structuring device. But yeah, every morning before I go to the gym, it's 32 ounces. Then I have my juice. Then I go to the gym, and then I have a smoothie after. So,
cool.
Yeah.
You're in a good routine.
But usually in the morning is just when I do my water. It's not like I'm to have a water bottle and I'm just drinking throughout the day, you know.
Yeah. Okay. And somebody said they miss Noah. How's Noah doing?
Noah's doing amazing. He's actually been very active creating content on his page. He's been making a lot of puppy recipes.
How many followers does he have?
He's actually been growing a lot. His stuff's been growing. He's got like 43,000 right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in the last like couple months, he's been making a lot of reels. He's been back to work.
Making a lot of money. I thought you were gonna say.
Well, he is paying his own rent. That's for sure. And yeah, he's back working. So.
And he's vegan?
He's been vegan a little
Noah
over 9 years.
Right? Wow. And he's thriving. Is he
thriving,
going to the vet for any problems?
We have a vegan vet that comes to our place.
I love it.
We have a dentist that comes to the place. His blood works good.
Oh, they're mobile. They come to you.
Yep.
That's the best. I love having everyone mobile come to me too.
Noah only wanted it that way. He does not like going to those places. So he said, make sure they come here. Yeah, I posted a story of the dentist.
Come too? Yeah.
I posted a story of the dentist and they're drilling in his teeth and getting his cleaning. It was great.
You guys are a good duo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah. And somebody said, do you trust getting amino acids only through fruits and veggies?
I mean, I have for 10 years, and I had blood work done in September, and you know, there was no deficiencies. My testosterone levels were decent.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And somebody said, would love to know any new insights, lifestyle-wise, that you may have discovered since our last interview.
Lifestyle-wise, well, I don't know if I was boxing then, but like there's something about combat sports that has like really I don't know how to explain it, but it just like brought me to life. Like it just brings you this sense of confidence and like, you know, not like, oh, I can go fight somebody, but it's just like the discipline you're putting in every day, you know, because it's easy to just go to the gym and just do a routine, you know, that same routine you've been doing for 25 years. That's not giving you results. But, you know, going to a boxing class and having somebody train you, and it's like your body starts changing, and it's powerful. It's empowering. You know? So, yeah, I mean, besides that, nothing's really else changed.
Okay. And somebody was asking your skincare routine.
I don't have one. Yeah, I don't have
the foods do a lot too for that, right?
Juice. I think the juice. Yeah. Absolutely. Sometimes I'll put sea moss on me, but besides that, no.
Yeah. And what's your skincare routine? What's your favorite juice?
My favorite juice is, you know, it's crazy because I was, you know, talking with one of my favorite people in the world, Teresa Jordan.
Yeah.
And, you know, because we were drinking a lot of cane juice together and a lot of different juices. And then once I started getting back into the greens hardcore, I'm like, T, it's all about the greens. She goes, I know.
Yeah.
And it's the green juices. And so I got to say, mine's probably the kale, parsley, cucumber, celery, lemon, ginger, apple. That combo is just strong and just.
That's a good combo.
It's amazing.
And somebody was saying at first I thought when they saw your picture it was Andrew Tate. Do you ever get that?
I've never gotten that in my
I don't
life.
see it.
I've never gotten that.
And they were like, he must have gone vegan. No, I can't see Andrew Tate going vegan. But
no.
Ideas for feeding our fur babies to thrive like Noah. That's a good one.
Well, Noah has his own plant-based recipes.
Oh, he does? Okay, you have a book? I'll put it below.
He does have an ebook. It's on my website, johnnyjuicer.com.
Cool.
But we're also changing it as well. We're adding some things because throughout the years he's been doing the 𝒔𝒂𝒗𝒆. He does shilajit. He does all the stuff that I do.
He's healthier than your mother. That's crazy.
Yeah, 100%. It's incredible. So
𝒔𝒂𝒗𝒆 is good. 𝒔𝒂𝒗𝒆 does a lot. So I recently learned like our bodies, �𝒂𝒂𝒆 has like 92 of the minerals in our body or something, right?
Some more. So there's a company that I've been interacting with recently that shows their lab results, and some have like extremely high amounts of like calcium and iodine, and it depends on where you're getting it from, because there's a lot of fake �𝒂𝒄𝒄, but if you get your hands on some good stuff, it's like a vegan hack. You incorporate �𝒂𝒄𝒄 and shilajit and like supplements like that, you won't be worrying about getting deficient.
No, it's a vegan hack. Yeah, well, that brings us to the next question. Ask him, how do we get all the vitamins we need? And what's the go with if we don't? Oh, well, I don't know what they mean there. Do we need lots of types of fruit to cover it? Does it have to be organic? So like, in your opinion, how can people ensure they're getting all the nutrients?
It's funny because I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. Throughout the last 10 years, like just being around like vegan community and like the fests and stuff, like it just seems like it's very unhealthy because there's not a lot of like, you go to a vegan fest and there's no raw options. Yeah. There's no fruit tents. There's maybe a juice tent, and everything's fake meats. So I just think focusing more on the whole foods and maybe like juices and things like �𝒂𝒄𝒄 and, staying away from the fake genetically modified Frankenstein, stuff that's out there that people get hooked on.
Yeah, true. Good point. And do you take any supplements or vitamins like creatine, they said? Or do you take B12 or no?
I don't.
No?
I do. Sometimes I get an injection. Like if I'm with my girlfriend, we go to Mexico, get an injection. That's it.
Like the B12 injection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's the �𝒂𝒄𝒄, it's the shilajit, it's whole food supplements.
Yeah.
For
okay.
Sure. And
do you garden or grow your own food?
I don't. I'm in an apartment here in LA.
Yeah. And you like LA? It's going good?
For now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I like the weather. It could be a little warmer, but I like the accessibility to all the food. That's why I left the Midwest. But yeah.
Yeah, because you were in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
cool.
But maybe Kauai in the future,
Yeah. Well, what's next? What's next for Jonny?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to just follow and see.
Yeah.
Wait and see.
Okay.
Keep it a secret.
Yeah, amazing. Well, thanks for sitting down with us.
Absolutely.
Any words
it's
to
my
end
pleasure.
off? Anything you feel inspired to share with some people who are amazing behind this camera right now? And then let everybody know where they can find you.
A juice a day keeps the doctor away. Get yourself a juicer, put it on the counter, leave it there. Don't let it collect dust. And 32 ounces every day. It's like the new apple a day keeps the doctor away.
And green juice, right?
Green juice, 100%. Yeah, because you see these people on social media that are like, juicing so bad for you. You shouldn't be juicing fruit. And it's like, nobody's saying that. Like, throw some greens, throw some herbs, some celery. It's life-changing. I can't tell you how many people it's changed their life. People around me.
Yeah.
Diabetes, type 2 diabetics, heart disease, cancer. I mean, every chronic illness known to man, so.
Yeah. Awesome. And so your website, I'll put everything down below.
Awesome.
Yeah, everybody go follow Jonny. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll put the other podcast we did on the screen right now. It's so good. Go watch that one as well. And subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Awesome. See ya.